Hey there, this is Malorian, and this is going to be a War Machine battle report, 50 points, and it's going to be my Haley versus Epic eIrusk. Now, for Epic eIrusk on this side, he is running the big old Conquest, so that's going to be a bit of a trouble. And on my side, I'm running my Haley, who's going to have 2 defenders and the Lancer in the battle group. Overall, the mission we're doing here is number 12, so it's the first one of 5. You get 1 point for controlling a flag, 2 for dominating, and 1 for destroying the objective on the other side. And that's actually contesting that flag. So say on the right side, I can't score until I destroy that objective. It also gives the artillery boosted, I think it's attacks or damage. It's damage. So that's why he has his mortar there. But looking on his side, he has the Dragoon on the left, then the Conquest, Man of Wars. He has the Mechanics and Yue in the back, Silas. There's also the Kovnik and also Kovnik Joe, the Mortar, and then also his Fast Cav there. On my side, I have the 5 Tempest Blazers. There's going to be 3 Storm Callers going across the Gun Mages, 2 units of Long Gunners, and then also there's the Squire. Now, looking at this here, I won the turn, and I decided that I was going to go first. I also liked the side I was on, because this forest here made it so that I could actually hide behind it. So, you know, if he gave me the other side, I'd be able to deploy a lot easier. But with this, I had that convenient forest to put Haley behind. Now, the plan of attack here is I really like the idea that his fast cav are there on the right against the long gunners. If they come up at all, I can shoot those guys down. Meanwhile, when the Man of Wars move up, I can shoot them down. I'm hoping on the second turn I can just destroy his objective. Meanwhile, on the left side, I'm going to be pushing up there. I won't be able to take out that Conquest, but, you know, some Electro Leap shots, I can start killing the support in the background there, zip around, and then really make a lot of damage. So we'll see if the plan works. So on my turn, I basically allocate 1 to the Lancer. I put the Arcane Shield on him. He runs up. I run up basically everything else, and that's my turn. On his turn, I was wondering if I might take some early damage, but luckily his mortar, he decides not to move up to the objective. He just shoots from where he is, and he scatters away from me, so that's fine. He puts up the Fire for Effect onto the Conquest. He also puts up the one where the Man of Wars get an extra 3-inch reform after. So basically what happens is the Kovnik makes them faster so they can go up and do shield wall, and then they can hop to the other side of the fence. So those Man of Wars are closer than I expected them to be, but I still feel fine. Otherwise, that's really all he gets done. And so my plan here is to pretty much destroy his objective and a whole bunch of his Man of Wars. And you can see from this picture here that I basically got nothing done. So on the left side, I'm basically rushing up with my Tempest Blazers. I did some shots into the Conquest there so that the Electro Leaps would go into his Mechanic UA in the back, but I just had some pretty crap dice and did absolutely nothing. Otherwise, then I go up with Haley. I put up the Temporal Barrier. By the way, I took 1 from the Squire, upkept the Arcane Shield, put 1 on the Lancer, and with that being done there, I also pop my feet because I really want these Man of Wars to go away. Well, I go up first with my Gun Mages going for some critical brutals. I get like 1 critical out of all those, and they also have Deadeye on them, so I expect to have a lot more, but they do absolutely nothing. I really thought they'd destroy 1 Man of War. Then when I start going on the right side, now I kind of didn't want to move up the Long Gunners. I kind of wanted to leave the right unit to shoot the objective, but I forgot you can't even damage it to the second player's second turn. So, okay, change of plans. They move up, start doing their combines, and with the feet in their 2 shots, they knock down, or they kill the right Man of War, but he toughs. So that kind of sucks. I charge it with the Lancer, fail to do another tough test, so that's a big fail there. Then the other Long Gunners go and double tap into the one that's second from the right there, and yeah, failed to do anything really to him either. So really, really bad turn. Didn't get a lot done, and now I'm in a position where I'm probably going to take a lot of hurt. So what happens here is basically on the right side, he comes up and he does his sprays, and I was lucky not to lose my Stormcaller. But you can see there he did some pretty good damage to my long gunners. He also hit them with a mortar for the unpainted unit, so lost more guys there. Charged in with his one Covenant, did some okay damage to the Lancer. Otherwise, he had a shot from his Conquest that went at one of my Tempest Blazers and killed one of them, so that kind of hurts. Otherwise, he went for the objective, and between the other shot from him and then also the little shots from the Mana Wars, he's able to destroy the objective and kill 4 out of the 6 gun mages. So really took a lot of beatings here, and now I'm in a hard spot where what can I do, right? We measured it out, and the Conquest was outside of 4 inches from the flag, so I can score there this turn, but I really had to make a choice about whether I wanted to move up and try and shoot down his fast cab or just try and get rid of the stupid Mana Wars. So my plan now for this turn is to destroy as many of those Mana Wars as I can, destroy the Kobnik, and really start getting myself in a position where I can start going for scenario. And it goes really bad. So really what happens is that I put 3 onto the Lancer just to make sure he gets it done, and he does. He kills that Man of War and the Kobnik, so good for you, Lancer. I also pop Temporal Barrier again, and that's pretty much all Haley got to do. The Tempest Blazers go around, and I was looking forward to this. Because, like, oh man, they're going to shoot up that UA, and then I can do Electro Leaps, and I'm going to kill so many guys. And out of all the brutal shots on the UA, I still left him with, like, 3 boxes or something. I just really diced myself there, so really unfortunate. I was hoping to kill him, the Mechanic, and Silas. And, yeah, I killed nothing. Otherwise, I was a little bit smarter this time, and I used my gun mages to do some pushes onto the Mana Wars, then started doing some shots into them, and again, just bad dice, can't get it done. He toughs one of them, and these 3 Mana Wars are all still left alive. So really, these Mana Wars are causing me way more problems than I thought. Otherwise, I had one of I called down a lightning on the right, did nothing. I had one tied up the Dragoon, so he wouldn't countercharge, and another one score a point there on the left. So now it's 1-1, but again, really didn't get done what I needed to. And, yeah, bad times. I mean, I even had those Sentinels come over to try and shoot that one Mana War that was away from the unit, and just, you know, I'm a dice -7, and I did, like, 1 damage with all their shots. So, dice really hurt for this part. So, on his turn here, oh, it was so bad. He comes in with his fast cab on the right. They go, and they pretty much destroy all of the painted long gunners and do a little bit to the unpainted ones too. The Mana Wars went after my Lancer, and they got some hot dice. They just wrecked that guy like nothing. So that really hurt, and then with their reform, he also popped his feet here so that he could get back up, but with the reform, they went then to the flag on the right, so he's going to capture that one. He takes a free strike from the Dragoon to go to that flag and kill my guy there, so he's going to be scoring there as well. And then with his shots, all these shots, he's able to kill the other Stormcaller there, and then he gets the critical devastation onto my guys there in the back, the Tempest Blazers. And here I thought, like, wow, you know, with me getting them to the back, I can now shoot eIrusk with all these brutal shots, and I might go for the assassination. But now, instead of getting 4 shots, I'm going to get 1, because one of them was killed, the other 2 are knocked down. Oh, this is not going to plan whatsoever. So basically, the way it's looking now is he has 3 points to my 1. I'm going to be very hard-pressed to beat him with scenario, so I need to go for assassination. But it is a very, very long shot. So what I do is I go up and I put Temporal Barrier again because I just need him to have a couple less defense so that my Sentinels can actually have a chance to hit. Also go and put a couple of focus on each of them. I have the one gun mage go over to lock down the dragoon and to also contest that one. The one painted long gunner came over to contest over here. Two Tempest Blazers forfeit their actions. I come over, do my shot. It's like dice -5 or something, and I do like 2 damage. Oh god! And then I go up with my long gunners to try and do a combine into eIrusk. Only 3 or 4 of them were in it. Again, I did like 1 or nothing damage. And then I start shooting with my sentinels. And the first one gets 5 shots, and I need 11s to hit. So I try first to get them naturally. It doesn't happen. Boost twice. Miss those 2. And then I also shoot with the other one. He gets 2 shots, so I boost both. Miss both of those. So, you know, I've made some tactical mistakes, but dice are really kicking my ass this game. So on his turn here, he is really going into cleanup mode just to make sure everything's fine. Covenant Joe is able to shoot down one guy. eIrusk himself shoots down another Tempest Blazer. He kills my gun mage with ease and also destroys one of the sentinels with his Conquest. Yeah, he goes and he sprays away almost all of my long gunners but one, and he scores again on the right, so now it's 4-1. And the worst thing here is, I mean, when I thought I might have some Tempest Blazers, I'd be okay. And then I thought I could just load everything onto the other Sentinel. But now he's engaged. So really, this is my last hope. I need that Tempest Blazer to do awesome and to really pump those dice. I need Haley to move up, boost a shot, kill that mechanic so that all the rest of the shots can come from him and really go on eIrusk. He'll be able to aim. So I'll just be needing 9s, and I have a good amount of focus on him so that I can actually do some damage. And if that works, maybe I can get the assassination. But with the boosted shot, I miss. I do some damage to my sentinel, and at that point, it's pretty much done. I go up and I shoot him with the one Tempest Blazer. Again, I do like 2 damage. Oh, this game. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. He scores again and wins 5-1. So, looking back on the game, definitely, I can say that dice played a part. But, you know, at the same time, I can't completely blame the dice because I made my own tactical errors as well. The biggest one I feel that I made is that when I first went up and to go after the Man of Wars on my second turn, the gun mages on the left should really have been doing the Thunder Shock or whatever shots, the one that push them first, because that would then go and take away their shield wall. You know, that should have been a very obvious thing to do, but I didn't think of that. So, you know, if the first ones would have done that, then the other ones could have hit them with Brutals. And I think if I would have done that, then I would have actually been able to kill, say, 3 of them the first turn, and that makes it a completely different game. Yeah, I'd say that's the number 1 thing that I made the mistake with. The number 2 is spacing. I did get a little bit sloppy there in the end. That made it so he was able to really crank me with some of the shots, especially that critical devastation. You know, those cav can be spread out enough that I should not be being hit on the other guys if I have them spaced correctly, but I did not. So, you know, the fact that I got 1 shot out of the 4 that I hoped, you know, I should have at least gotten the 3 if I just would have spaced them properly. So, like I said, I do have some takeaways that I need to improve on later on. I have some list changes I have the ideas for, but yeah, that's the way she goes. And thanks for watching. Bye.